hold that. That's burning. Don't stick your fingers on the end of it. It's all stopped up. It might come around. I'm not feeling any pressure. See my pressure gauge? Come on, baby.
That's tight somewhere.
Yeah, it's here.
Looks like you got it on there tight.
No, I still hear it.
Must have a leak in the rubber's cracks.
That's hydrogen coming out right there. Very flammable hydrogen.
There you go. Huh?
Oh, that's somebody's coming.
Come on. This thing is, I might have to put some tape on this. No big deal. I just have to increase this seal. Let me grab some tape out of this office over here. You gotta see this thing.
There it goes.
Still leaking.
It's up to 1 now. I mean 5.
Look at this. See that water vapor forming on that? It actually recombines, the flame recombines, and it recombines the hydrogen and oxygen there, and it's a water vapor coming there. It'll actually
Use it as a welding tool.
so you can see how long that flame is when you put it.
Use it for welding? Does it get that hot?
Does it get that hot? That's water. That's burning water. Now, oh, it's starting to look at. Now it's starting to come around. See, I'm getting full pressure. Now, excuse me. Let me step right here. Let me show you something. This here is a piece of brass. Okay. Brass has an extremely high melting point. There is a unique property with hydrogen that instantaneously reacts with whatever metal you put it to, and it'll automatically jump up to the temperature needed to melt that metal. Tungsten has a 9,000 degrees melting point, and this stuff will light tungsten up. This is a piece of... Went out. Too much pressure now? So propane, acetylene, stuff like that, acetylene would, but propane won't touch it. You'll see it getting, propane won't touch that. MAP gas won't touch it. But that hydrogen, because of those special hydrogen properties, now, oh, see that, look how long that flame is. See that flame? If you can see it in the dark, you can kind of see how long it is. You get it.
I got a good view of it.
See there?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's shooting out there about 6 inches.
Yeah. And now that it's working like this, it should just cut right just immediately through this here. Yep, burning water. Now, oddly enough, we run engines with this too. We run a weed eater with this. I blow the flame out, stick this in the carburetor, and it runs a weed eater motor. So we can run, and whoever tells you you can't run a car off the water is lying to you.
Doesn't matter.
out both sides. It's coming out the other side. Tube's full. Yeah, as long as it'll conduct a little heat away from it. Because it's got maximum temperatures. I can burn this up. So, meter. And so this little unit is capable of putting out 30, 40 watts, okay, and they come up to 100 watts. Well, the neat thing about them is a solar panel. If it's a 100-watt solar panel and you got it outside and the sun's shining all day long, you might get 8 hours of sunshine, so you're going to get 800 watts. If you got a 100-watt one of these and you got a wood stove, do you heat your house 100% of the time? So you're running it 24 hours a day, so 100 watts times 24 would be 2,400 watts. More than 3 times as much electricity as a solar panel. And it can be used in that configuration out there to charge those batteries and make electricity as well. People ain't even talking about it and using it. We use the Fresnel lens on this out there. Makes all kinds of juice. You can hang them on the side of your wood stove. If you got a wood burning stove, and make all the electricity you want with it. And it'll make hot water as a side note. So on one fire in a house, you can make all your hot water, all your electricity, and heat the house. So let's see if we can produce a little energy here with this. It's already, now, it's producing 8 milliamps just because the water's over here and colder than this side over here. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, you'll see it build. See that? That's 1 volt that fast. Did you see that?
No.
No, you can see it.
I saw you.
It's just cooling down. See it? It's it. This filter down through this tube and let it out all these little holes down there in the gasoline or whatever you got mixed down there. And then the vapors and the vapors only come up and are sucked up this tube and into the engine. So this is a vapor burning carburetor.
That's what you're talking about. Kind of like what they had.
So if I put this in here, now the other thing about this is these valves here is how this thing works. So this one here gives me how much throttle I want or how fast I run it, and this one here is how much exterior air I get or how lean or rich my mixture is, right? How much my gas to air mixture is. This lets free air in. I got my preset marks here. I'll see what I can do. Now listen, you guys don't touch this thing here. This is a permanent magnet alternator that I built that is super powerful. It's dangerous. In fact, I almost would take it off. I would show you how much voltage it is. I mean, when this motor turns this, it puts out 900 volts at 150 amps. Do your math on that.
Every second or like?
Yeah, so this thing basically can power 5 houses if you can keep it cool and keep it turning. I put this thing under a load and it stops that engine dead. Because how many horsepower, I'll ask you this, how many watts is in horsepower?
10? No.
Nope.
I saw 10 on there, so I thought
756 watts in a horsepower. So it takes a 750 watt motor to be a 1 horsepower motor. You see what I'm saying? So this is a 10 horsepower engine, so how many watts can it put out? 700, what?
10,600?
7,500.
Oh, 500.
7,500 over 10, right? 7,000. So if you put a load on this generator that's over 7,000, you guys don't even know how many fingers and toes you got.
10!
If you put a bigger load on this than this 7,000 watts that the motor can turn, it'll kill the motor. I've killed a 50 horse motor with this alternator. Let's see if she starts.
Oh, man. It just suddenly kicks on. No.
the motor on it, it'd work better. That's embarrassing.
Now who's got the fingers and toes? Okay.
Flooded it. So, there you go.
It wants to.
We're coming there. We're getting around here. Sit on that table.
I was gonna say, so we need all that.
Get up there and sit right there. It won't hurt you no more. See? That builds the vapors up in there, and then I'll give it some fresh air. Almost started. Talk to me, baby.
Low and on? No.
What it is a mixture. I didn't mix it exactly 50-50, so these marks don't apply. I eyeballed the gasoline, and so every mixture, depending on what fuel you put in there, these gauges are a different set. Sometimes I can find 3 or 4 tunings, and sometimes it takes me 10 or 15 to find it, or where it's going to run.
That is cool. Now, what kind of engine is that? Bricks and straps?
So close. Sorry, man. Army flashbacks there.
Not getting even.
As you can see, this is a clear hose. There is
Wow, how you doing, Julio?
You got a bottle?
Hit the vibe, you got a button?
If you got 50 cents, I'll let you ride again.
Sorry it took so long, man.
That's all right. So you can see that there is no liquid coming through this hose. There is no
It's
liquid.
just air.
Now, interestingly enough, so